Hey, so, uh, weird. I'm just checking something before we start the video. Um, Meaning, we had some thoughts about magic. It seems to be sometimes a lot of confusion about all of this, a lot of weird assumptions, at bestly spoken. So magic, it basically has only three basic forms of it. In our mind. So at first we have a spell. Then we have something that's in German called Verwünschen or Discandi, meaning something that is not a spell or casting it. We have a cast, and then the logical assumption to call that this way would be true, but then we have the problem that we replicated not, but when anthalized, meaning avalanched and consequentialized words, meaning that plus Verwünschen and the emblance, meaning plus emblance of it. Thus, any sort of constructed form of any of these three basic types, plus something that is in the hidden, where we come to dark magic, or also black magic. Black magic. So, Verwünschen, what does that mean? Is there an English word for this, except the one I somehow wrote down there? Well, there is one. It's called tender. So, any right to it, meaning potions, compromises, rituals. Thus, potion, enchant, semblance, divination, essence, and everything enrighted to this. Meaning using the first three types of basic magic and further working on an object with it. That is all not basic, essential. No. That's all not basic types of magic. Magic basically only has these three types. Now, it's all different to possess. That's a whole different story. That is not of magic. Or objects derived of relict, at best spokenly. And spellcasting ought to be a derivation. Meaning, spellcast would be the right and correct word, at best, but not for emblance, at all. But it always shall, if perceived like this, be derivation. Now let's look at our picture. This picture here, it is basically the base foundation for that picture that is in the previous video. It is drawn, and there is a drawing in it actually. It's not that good, but it's here, right? Let's look at the picture. Somehow here there is something that looks drawn, doesn't it? The rest was planned to somehow add up to something. And that's the drawing, the basic drawing, somehow. Yeah. It's already a little bit changed, but it really accumulates to the basic idea for what was changed it up with, which is more than just filters. Yeah. Anyway. Nonetheless, voodoo is not magic. Look, that's a big misconception, I guess. So a spell, a cast, a divination, all of that's all magic. But voodoo is not. Because voodoo has a price you need to pay for it, with also a result that most often is not on any path, either the left path as well, or the right hand path, at best spoken. Meaning voodoo is for damage, but not damage dealing always. That is different as well. And why is voodoo not magic? Because it utilizes objects. To have success with voodoo, you need an object. You cannot really do that idea with conjunction in anything, meaning, Without magic plus anything that is an object or at best resembling it so that there's almost no magic in it. Pastly spoken. And alchemy is not pure magic. So what is alchemy? Well, alchemy is also a potion deriving from something. Yeah, that's usually described as chemistry, but why would that logically hold not true? Well, what if alchemy can be described as mixing something? Meaning, where usually chemistry is serving at best, not. Meaning, chemistry combines a molecular formula. And alchemy would then be the knowledge about how to mix it so that the formula will not change further, even though viewed at best. And channeling is not magic. Magic. No, not. So that's some basic thoughts we had. It sounds very much angry from me. But that is only because I don't know how people actually think about this. Now, that said, magic has 3 basic types, but not that really. Magic is spell, or cast, or of prevention. Further of maybe, or of so ambulance, meaning any, or of ambulance from, or meaning of ambulance of the previous mentioned. This is still all magic. It's a little bit difficult to get. The rest, a potion, enchantment, shambles, divination, essence, and everything related to it, that's all already a process, most of the time, of magic. And rituals do count into this idea. And any compromises, meaning anything that is derived from a spell, even attributing something towards any of this, is also any of this, and not the basic best. Why is that? Because magic is of-conscious. It is inherent to every conscious, and every conscious has their own. Definitely. So, that is all different to possession, meaning something that is in possessing. Possess. Now, what is an emblance of? If these 3 types are logically also explained in some books, meaning something that gives you the ability to even cause damage. Another idea that is not necessarily a spell, but it is a spell-like, but rather becoming a spell while being the complete opposite, meaning a cast. And then there is a tender, meaning something that is causalating up something onto a person. Like the word says, but not really. This can be something much more simple. For example, a patronus. Most of the time, but not all the time. And then there's emblance of this. So there we now come to black magic, or black dark magic, or black darker magic. So what is that? This is the 4th type of magic people sometimes attribute to it, where they come to different conclusions. And what is that emblance of? Well, magic has no set of rules that's too clearly defined, that's previously somehow explained in a different video. Meaning, any construct formed from any of these 3 types with something in conjunction, of course, it's a formed construct, is already evidence of it most of the time. So that's why there are also only 3 basic types of magic plus this somehow 4th idea. But not really. Eh? Thank you for listening.